Thank you all for hopping on. It is June 12th. We're fired up. I know a lot of you guys are out there, and it is Sunday, and doing a little bit of self-reflection whenever possible, but especially when you experience something in the world that makes you stop and think about how precious life is and how precious this gift is that we have in front of us. The senseless acts that happened in Orlando last night. I just want to mention that we've got a team down there, and our prayers are with everybody affected, whether it's victims, family, and just the community. And just send some positive thoughts that way, guys. And just use this as an opportunity. I think whether you're talking being a better person in your community, taking more of a bigger role in your church, or doing some big things with LifeVantage, I think we have an opportunity here to really instill a lot of hope and positivity and love in this world that it really needs. And I think we'll start seeing a shift if we can all do our part in making a positive difference. So I just want to mention that. But I want to welcome everybody that's joining in from wherever you're at. I want to welcome all the new distributors, new partners that have come on board recently. We're so excited for you all to be on here joining us. We've got a lot of good things coming up. I just want to throw out just a few reminders, and then we're going to kick this off. If you haven't registered for Elite Academy, obviously we've got that coming up. Also, get your Eric Worre ticket. That's going to be a great thing to attend. And you guys know that when you attend an event, you come back a different person, and your business will be totally changed because of it. And it's like trying to explain the Grand Canyon, as one of my mentors, JaRee Bowers, told me. You can go to the Grand Canyon, look at the side, and see how beautiful it is, but you just can't explain the magnitude and beauty and how powerful it is. And that's just like any one of our events. And we're going to have somebody sharing a little bit about that a little bit later, about their recent experience attending their first big event. And so also, guys, if you're not a member of the Team Unite Facebook page, we do provide some resources there. It is an open group for any LifeVantage partner to join in. We're Team Unite. We want to unite everyone. So whether you're in our organization or not, we're all a family here. And I want to make sure that that you can add people if you see some value in there. We did upload a 90-day Blitz activity tracking guide. It's just kind of an accountability tracker. I had an Excel version. I had some people who are having issues with printing it, and so I've uploaded a PDF version. Print that thing off, go through it, study a little bit, but all it is it's kind of a gamification of what we need to do in this business to be successful, and it's to help hold yourself accountable. You are your own boss, which is a beautiful thing, but oftentimes if you're your own boss and you've never been your boss before, it can make doing the right things consistently a little bit difficult. And so this will help keep you on track and help make sure that you're doing the right things for yourself and for your business. I also want to mention, in that Team Unite page, I shared a video from Matthew Havens. It's awesome. It's a very short video, but he just does a little tip on why he became an ambassador and why he made the decision and fulfills that action. It's powerful. I really really care for the guy, and if you haven't checked that out, watch it. It's pretty powerful and just one of those little takeaways. So we'll kick this thing off, guys. This past weekend on Saturday, we had our LifeVantage's first major event in the United Kingdom. So really, it was the first major event in all of Europe. Can you guys imagine that? This little baby company, LifeVantage, that started 6 years ago, is now doing $250 million a year, and on a trajectory for beyond $1 billion. Just had its first event in all of Europe. Think about the magnitude of what's going to be coming here, and we're just getting started here in the United States. And so just think about that. They had a couple hundred people there for the the groundbreaking ceremony, and the upcoming Elite Academy that I mentioned. We're going to have around 7,000 people, give or take. So think about that. The people that are over there in the United Kingdom, you are the first to know about this, and really anybody listening right now, you are in the ground floor. You're one of the first knowing about this, no matter where you're at, whether it's in Oklahoma or South Carolina, California. you are at the forefront of this technology that we have, and really at the forefront of this company and this wave of growth that's going to be happening. You won't be able to stop it. And I want to actually invite a couple of our new friends and business partners over in the UK, Clinton Davina. I want to welcome you guys not only to LifeVantage. You guys have been just doing some incredible things. You've been extremely coachable, and they made some sacrifices to get to that event in London. They have children. They had to find sitters. They have a business that they run that requires a lot of time and energy, and they had to figure that out and kind of put that on. Have somebody else kind of manage that while they're out of town, and then they had to make the sacrifice to get there and make it happen, and they did, and they got a ton from it. And so I just asked Clinton Davina if you guys might be able to just share a few takeaways, and first, why LifeVantage, why you decided to make a change here and join us in this movement, and also just a few takeaways on what you saw at the event. I unmuted you.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Can everyone hear me good? Well, I'll take the can hear, they're all muted, but yeah. First of all, my why, obviously the reason why I started is because I want to achieve massive success financially, and I want to be able to have the ultimate freedom to be able to see the world, and bring my close friends and family and my kids along with me as well. I've worked plenty of jobs in the past from school. And if I look back 10 years, and I said to myself, now, have I really achieved all I really desire? Have I got the car yet? Have I got the house yet? Have I been around the world enough yet? As my mum, as my dad, as my kids, my close friends, the answer is no. So when you're young and you're working and stuff like this, you don't really have a focus to, well, I didn't, to save and understand, where, that time is ticking, and I need to be thinking logically and, doing the right things in order to make things happen. But the truth is, in a normal job, that's never going to pay for the things that I really desire. I've worked out that it's going to take the best part of a lifetime to have a Lamborghini bought and paid for. So you need to find a better way, and obviously the better way for me is marketing. After looking into it and hearing about how you conduct yourself, how the systems work, and speaking to all the people that are being involved and have achieved massive success, and obviously listening to the people that have, it's definitely doable. And it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, as long as you follow the system, which is proven to work, it's going to do it. And don't get me wrong, I'm only in the beginning stages of this now, and this is the first time I've done a presentation with all these people on the phone, and so this is me making steps. I don't know how many steps I've climbed at the moment, but I know that this is a very big step, and hopefully, well, it's a certain fact that I will be on the stage speaking like this much more better, much more outspoken, because this kind of industry, it develops your bank account, but it develops you as a person, and I know that, and it's good that I understand it from an early point as well. Now, from the event, that was just mind-blowing, just as look at a guy that's, making an incredible fortune and speak about his, experience before he even got involved in the business. Fred, spoke about having virtually nothing. They only had just over $1,000 before, he invested into LifeVantage. His wife was definitely against it. And he was taken by the opportunity because of the products, whereas I was taken by the opportunity to earn a residual income and have that time freedom and be able to do amazing things. People will get attracted in different ways, but his was the products. His wife laughed at him, and it just goes to show people that don't have anything and face sort of people that are in denial, that don't really understand what he's seen. It just shows that if you really want something and you go at it and you stick to it and you follow the systems and you do all that it requires you to do, you can actually get there. It isn't going to happen overnight, but it certainly can happen quite quick, because there were some people that got recognized for achieving Pro 3 and Pro 4, and there was a Mexican lady there that had achieved Pro 4 in 3 months. So I was blown away by that. She's got kids. She worked in her husband's business already, and her time is very limited. And, you know, they had a premature baby and they had to take a year out. And, you know, she was sat on the stage, you know, talking from the heart. You know, even Davina felt emotional from listening to her. And you know, this is a reminder that, you know, you don't have to have special powers. You know, you don't have to be educated well. You know, you could be dyslexic. You could not be the very well. You don't have to be the most intelligent person. It's just in this game, you've got all the help you need. You know, you've got all the connections you need, and you've got all the events and all the tools to help you get there. And you know, that's what I took away from the event. It was a massive burst of energy. It was powerful, and it was all real. And you know, being there, you know, I was already writing plans. As soon as I didn't even leave London before I was writing plans. I was already writing plans. I had so many ideas go through my head. I just had to put them down, and I still haven't put much down. You know, when we didn't have time to do anything. We were tired. You know, we woke up tired today. You know, like Justin said, we did make a sacrifice. It was a huge one, because when we were supposed to be getting 8 hours sleep, you know, someone turned up at my door at 12 midnight to buy my van, a vehicle that I'm selling. These guys were here for 2 hours. So by the time me and Davina got to sleep, we only had 2 hours. Then we had to get up 5:30 a.m. and drive all the way to London, which was like 3.5, 4 hours. So, you know, I was there, and I was a bit nervous that I wouldn't be able to concentrate and get enough down because I was tired. But the event was that powerful and that inspiring, and it really put that motivation out there that I was instantly switched on. I enjoyed it. I've got loads of stuff down on paper. Half of it's blurry because the pen was running out. I was writing so fast and vigorous trying to get it all down. But, you know, one thing that Fred said was, you know, people live according to society. You know, they go the way things are meant to go according to, you know, to society. They wake up, well, they're born, aren't they? Then they get education in school, then they leave school, they go to further education, then they'll get a job, then they'll retire. And at the end of it, they've only, you know, the realization is you haven't really earned what you really desire. And because you followed that model for so long, now it's the end. You realize that you didn't take any sort of steps to find an opportunity where you could earn more. You've just stayed in the same sort of role, and you've wasted time. I mean, you've sacrificed earning potential, you've sacrificed your time, and you haven't really, you know, got the things that you truly desire. I've repeated myself there. Sorry, I've got so many things coming to mind. One thing that I just wrote down really quickly, though, that came to mind, I'm going to use this little sentence here, you know, when I speak to my prospects and when I'm helping people, you know, I just wrote down this. And one thing that I like to do is, you know, think of something that comes to my mind based on what I've seen or I've taught and put it on paper, and, you know, hopefully it'll help other people. But I've just put down, people hate their job because Friday is near, and come Wednesday, I'll start again. People hate their job because Friday is near. They can't bear 2 more days come Wednesday. And people hate their job come Sunday because Monday is tomorrow. They work 40 hours per week, make very minimum profit, and they have very minimum freedom. So after 40 hours per week on minimum wage, ask someone that served roughly about 4 to 5 years, did they achieve all what they set out to achieve, or what their families desire, their kids desire, and truly what they desire? And their answer is going to be probably no. So if we can introduce this opportunity to as many people as we can, which is the plan, and it's going to be something that we are going to do, you know, then we're going to potentially be making millionaires within that time gap, 4 to 5 years. People are achieving great wealth already in 3 to 4 months, building organizations in that time, and it's expanding. The truth of it is that organization can crash, but you're the person who started it, so you can definitely start it again. I'm not very good at speaking. That's the first time, so I'm going to end it there. But I hope that was helpful.
Well, Clint, I'd hate to see you when you're good, because that was pretty amazing, man. I really appreciate you sharing, because you shared some words of wisdom. And I'll tell you, just because you're just getting started with LifeVantage, there's no doubt that the reason you've achieved the success you have and made the sacrifices and the commitment you have is because you're a student, you're coachable, and you also have some great business experience and some life experience that you're going to be able to help a lot of people, and you just did, and so, I know you're humble, but I'll tell you, you really shared some good things with everyone. So really appreciate you doing that and stepping up to the plate, and really looking forward to seeing what what life and LifeVantage has in store for you. I'm excited for you, buddy. Thank you. So what we'll do now. Yeah, thank you, Clint, and Davina. Appreciate you. And so what we're going to do now, I'm going to shift gears, and I want to introduce a couple other of our good friends, mentors, couple humble servant leaders in this company. Just a couple of our favorite people in life in general, which is John and JaRee Bowers. They are just awesome leaders in company, and many of you probably know who they are, but maybe a lot of you haven't had a chance to hear directly from them. They've got an incredible story, and they always lead with their heart and passion, and they really know how to do this business right and do this industry right, but they also are not afraid to add a little bit of creativity to the plan. We've got this incredible system that we have in place, and they do an awesome job of unifying creativity with the proven plan that we have in place that obviously works extremely well. I just wanted to have John and JaRee, if they could hop on, maybe share a little bit of your story, why you joined LifeVantage, how that looked when you first got going, and maybe just a few tips with everybody that's listening in today. Are you unmuted?
We are. Can you hear me?
Yes, so I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having us today, and for being there, that, listening to what your dreams are, focusing on what you want out of life, and for being courageous enough to be a part of a multi-billion-dollar company that is literally going to change the world. We really respect your time. We honor your time, and we're glad that you're here with us today. And we were asked to just tell a little bit about our story. Our story is absolutely massive, and it would take probably 2 hours to tell you all the details. But we can tell you the beginning part of it, and why we became LifeVantage team members. In the very beginning of this, we were in a very dire straight situation, and you were talking earlier, we've been listening and sharing earlier about how you have to sacrifice. Well, when we found out about LifeVantage, we had just been stolen from to the tune of $250,000 of our money, and we invested in a Dairy Queen franchise. And it wasn't with Dairy Queen, it was with the wrong person. We had no idea that he was the wrong guy, and unfortunately took our money and ran. So we were in a dire straight situation. We could not pay our bills. We could not feed our family. We ended up 4 months behind on our mortgage. We were just reeling from this situation. And at the same exact time, my brother was not answering our phone. And for me, that was a very real situation as well, because we all lived within a 3-mile radius of each other, and I have a very, very close, tight family, and we're products of prayer. We simply believe that everything happens for a reason. Every single one of you are on this phone or on this Skype today for a purpose. And when we found out about this, we were shocked to know the details. So my brother wasn't answering the phone, and that made me nervous, because I knew that he had some serious health issues. So we went to his house, and we found him bawling at the kitchen table. And this is a man who's a multi-million-dollar home builder, who, to cry is a sign of weakness. That's not the way we were raised, but that's just his attitude. And, he's the guy that will knock his hand with a hammer and just wrap it up with duct tape and keep going. I mean, he's just that tough guy, and he's crying at his kitchen table because he found out that Mayo Clinic in Arizona had given him 3 weeks to live. And that was devastating news, obviously, for us. So we went home and immediately started praying about our situation. Of course, at that point, we're not even worried about our house and our life and what we were going to do to live. We were worried about him. And so 3 days in to that prayer, I got a phone call from a man who was an acquaintance that we had met 3 years previous, and I did not even really know who they were. And we took the phone call because the Spirit of God said answer the phone. So so I answered the phone, and we watched the ABC Primetime investigative report, and what we discovered was phenomenal. Obviously, all of you know that, or if you're brand new and you don't know about it, please take the time to watch it, because it literally changed my brother's life. We got him started on the products, and he immediately started seeing the benefits. And now it's been 5 years, and he is back to building homes. He's a multi-million-dollar home builder, and you know that was a devastating blow for him then, but now he's back to doing everything that he wanted to do and is living his life to the fullest. And you know, we don't say that it treats, prevents, or cure anything, but what we do know is that my brother's life has changed forever because of that information that we got shared, you know, back whenever we first got started. And we went through the loss of our home and all of that stuff because it was pretty much too late when we found out about this for our financial situation. I mean, you can only imagine. We literally invested every single dime we had, and we were not expecting that devastation. But as a result now, every single thing we own, everything we have is because of the financial stability that LifeVantage has given to us. And we are 100% sold out to LifeVantage and all that it brings to the table for us. It is tremendous. We own our lives. We own time freedom. We have financial peace and security, and it's incredible, guys. I mean, this is something that if you give it your heart and soul, if you put 100% of your work ethic into it, and you continue to move forward no matter what it looks like on a day-to-day basis. I mean, you're going to get knocked down. You're going to get told no. You're going to go through the ups and downs. You're going to have to sacrifice time and do things that you normally wouldn't do. But what we know is that the 3% of this world that are successful in this industry are successful because they push through every single thing that happens. And I'm just going to tell you guys, life will happen to everybody. Okay, we've been through people getting divorces and people having car accidents that literally devastated their family, and people dying on our team, and everything that you could think of that would be a life-changing event. And yet we continue to push forward and continue to have the heart to bless people with this opportunity. And God continues to bless us because of it. This is truly a way to pay it forward. If you've been a person that just wants to give back to others, that is what this gives you. That's Absolutely. This opportunity.
Absolutely. Guys, I'm privileged to be on this call. JaRee Bowers here, coming to you live from Studio B. You'll hear my voice out because we've been screaming at the top of our lungs for the last, couple weeks, especially. If it's any indicator, from everybody across the pond, everybody across the world right now, just go look at our stock. Yeah. Just kind of take a look, a snapshot of what real investors look for in a quality company. And that'll slam dunk this for you. I've got a couple of tools here that are paramount to your success. One, if you guys can see it, is Eric Worre's GoPro book. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. It's the same principles. It's the same study. We have a system you plug into. Well, that's the what we do. This is the how you do it. It's so basic, and don't complicate things. JaRee and I, we were just coachable. We were told to pack our house with as many people as we could, and we had a presenter come over. Right now, we're using this technology. I tell people, pack your houses, and I'm going to talk to you through Zoom, and we're going to get the questions answered in the room. So there's a way to reach across and scale this thing. So let me hit on a couple of points. If you want to scale to $1 billion company, attract people through the opportunity. Okay, the products are phenomenal. A lot of the products are not in other countries right now, so let's concentrate on the opportunity. And the opportunity is it's very basic, you guys. Publicly traded company with first to market technology called NRF2 technology and NRF1 technology. We have a system you plug into. We have an online system that Justin can share with you on how you can adapt that to your way you communicate with your online friends through Facebook, through texting, through Twitter and Instagram and all the new apps, WhatsApp. We're going to have stuff come into play, you guys, that is going to help you with tools. But the rudiments of network marketing are you have to come to the table with passion.
Yes.
You have to want to change your life. I can't help with that. I can teach on everything. JaRee and I have learned that over 5 years. We can teach people all the rudiments, and they'll keep coming back and saying, well, how do I invite? You know, you've got to figure that out. How do I get people to watch the video? You got to figure that out. I can't give you every single scenario. And once you figure that out, you will be a master pro 10. I heard Clinton today talk about he wants to master this.
Yes.
You know what? One skill that I was told by a master distributor in another company said, John, if you learn how to invite people to look at your information, you will be a master distributor. The system is there. It's there to take care of itself. You know, we just plug people into it. If they don't want to jump into it, that's on them. We're all adults here. We've all invested our hard-earned money into an opportunity. So I just tell people, I'm going to plug you into training. I'm going to plug you into this. If you choose not to jump on, then that's on you. You know, you won't grow if you don't learn, right? So out of love, I try to share with people that, you know, yes, we have publicly traded. Yes, we have products that are world-renowned, products that are so impactful that I have doctors coming to me and saying, do you realize how big this is? I have educated, guys, I'm a construction guy. I couldn't even spell oxidative stress. When I first heard all these terms, I thought, I don't care. I don't care about all that. Can I make money? Because I was in a desperate situation, you guys. And I'm going to share my screen right now, Justin. So let me see if I can do this. Share screen with you guys. And I want to share my desktop with you, a presentation with you right now. So you guys should be able to see my screen. Do you see what is your plan for freedom? Justin, can you unmute and tell me if you can see my screen? Because I can still see me.
Yes, sir. Yes, I can see it. I can see it. Thank you.
Okay, good. Guys, this slide is what I train on, actually. I talk about this in a meeting. I say, what is your plan for freedom? Now, this is just for the U.S., but I believe this could be applied across the board. What is your plan for freedom? If you're going to do like I was doing, I was told by my dad 2 things. Shut up and go to work. I don't know if you guys got a dad like that, but I had a dad like that. And he said, just shut up and go to work. Just go to work, put your head down. Don't step out of the realm. Don't be the limelight for the boss, because the boss will get jealous of you. You're too smart for that, John. Just go to work and earn your money and go home with your paycheck and live a happy life. And I thought, okay, I'm doing that. So I beat my head against that wall for 20 years. And then all of a sudden, my dad passed away, and I realized the error in his logic. You don't shut up and go to your work. You make a wave. You make your wave. You have to throw your pebble in people's ponds. You have to give them value in their life. If you don't do that, you're not significant. You're not going to change your life because you're not impacting anybody. You're just existing. So with this slide, I realized I was just existing. I was trying to go to work or go to school, get good grades, graduate, and get a job to where I could save up, say, $114,000 in the bank, right? Which I did. We saved a lot of money. My wife and I are no dummies. We saved money. We were good with that. And all of a sudden, if we wanted to draw interest on that, there's no bank that ever pays 6%. And I'm not willing to risk it, putting it in the stock market. I am now. But you guys, look at this slide. It says $570 a month, and it would take 9 years for the average person to do that. Well, we have a microwave society right now. People are not willing to put in that type of effort to make that little bit of return. So when LifeVantage came along, I looked at their plan, and Peter Noe is the one that actually gave us this slide. And Peter Noe's a pro 8 in the company, dynamite guy. And when I looked at this, I said, wow, 1 to 6 months, the average person, a knucklehead like me, that has no education, that has never done anything like this before. I had to stop swearing about 6 years ago because I met this beautiful lady. But you guys, I still swear sometimes. Like this morning, I was cussing because I saw the news. So you guys, but on a nice positive note, 1 to 6 months to make $570 a month for the rest of your life. Okay, I've got to tell you, just plugging in and doing what we do for $570 a month is a game-changing opportunity for 95% of Americans. Okay, 51% of just Americans, I'm just speaking to Americans, earn less than $30,000 a year, and they say, "Oh, we need higher wages." No, you need an opportunity. You need to stop going to work and start working for your own dreams. You need to start punching out your own time clock. You need to turn off the constantly negative news and turn off Friends on Xanax. That's Fox. Everybody's this and this and up and down. Guys, I'm being in your face a little bit. I've had to do that. I get a glimpse of the news. That's off. It's off for the day. Now I'm on to building your dreams and helping you fulfill your God-purposed talent in this company, on this planet right now. Okay, so look at this. I want to ask you a question. Do you have in place, or will you ever have in place, something that's going to give you $2,251 a month for the rest of your life, and you can build that in, or $2,100 a month in the next 6 to 2 years, 6 months to 2 years? I probably submit to all of us on this line, I didn't have it in place, you guys. I invested all my money in one thing, I lost it. I invested all my money in another thing, I lost it. When I invested a measly $1,200 in this, it's paid us back 6 to 10 times every single month.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Since the inception. I want to instill in you, if you don't have a daily calendar, let me stop sharing my screen. Stop share. If you don't have a daily calendar, you guys, get one. Go get a daily calendar. And one of my mentors said to me, he said, "John, you have to learn you're now in network marketing. You have to learn how to drive again." And I thought, learn how to drive? What are you talking about, Horace? And he says, you have to drive your calendar.
Yeah.
Every single waking moment as an entrepreneur, we can slide back and get complacent. We go into management mode and try to tell people how to do their job. I have to do my job.
That's right.
I have to set the example. And he said, you have to drive your calendar. If you don't have your calendar booked with appointments, you're not driving your calendar. So what's the setup to that? So let me leave you with a couple of nuggets. You know, JaRee and I, we wake up every single morning. We have scripture, right? We just have our base scripture. That's our bookend. If you guys don't have the book, The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy, please go get that book, The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. It'll change your life.
Yes.
Because it's so basic. Yes, ma'am. She's seen a change in me. She's seen, like, who is this guy? Because it lets me structure my time. I own the morning and I own the evening. But everything in the day that happens, you don't have any control over that generally. You know, but if you can structure it out on the compound effect, do the same thing every day for the next 30 days, you're going to see a compound effect on your life. Let's just use an example. If you watch the news every day for 3 or 4 hours a day, and you do that for the next 30 days, that time you wasted, literally, has compounded your effect to where what's going to happen next month, you're going to have less productivity. So let's say you capture that time. You whittle that down to 30 minutes a day. I submit to you just 30 minutes a day of listening to the bombardment. The rest of the time, you're listening to positive motivational stuff. Go find Les Brown. Yeah. Go find Sir Richard Branson. Go listen to Gary Vaynerchuk. He cusses a lot. I won't let my wife listen. I won't listen while she's in the room. But if you want to listen to stuff, go look up Darren Hardy. He does a daily motivational. Go sign up for his stuff. When you're bombarded with positive, it's like having a glass of water. If you pour chocolate milk into that water, let's just use dirty water into there, and you keep filling your cup full of dirty water, you're going to have a dirty brain. So if you keep pouring in dirty and all of a sudden you get clean water, it will eventually filter out. You're going to have a little bit dirty glass, but you're going to have a cleaner mind so you can focus on what's most important, which is LifeVantage. Now, I got to tell you, we've had a couple of people talk about LifeVantage and going over other companies, and we've been approached. And let me just say this right now. I have never in 25 years seen a company poised for such explosive growth
Oh my goodness.
as right
Amazing.
now.
Yes.
Shut down any idea of making extra money anywhere else, because we could invest our money and we could be distracted with other things. And I've had to turn those thoughts off and concentrate wholly on LifeVantage, because you guys, this is generational wealth for
It
you.
is.
If you want to think about this, if you're not doing this for you, oh, I want to help other people. That's great. Think about your great, 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 great grandchildren. I'm talking right now to a lady whose great, great grandma started Amway.
Yes.
Okay? 3, 4, 5, that's actually 5 generations of people in another network marketing company that sells toilet paper. Okay? They are across the country, $13 billion company for them. And you guys, we are a small, tiny little company that we are focused and poised to capitalize on 5 industries. When they come into each country, there'll be 5. But right now, how would you just like to have $1 billion piece of the skincare industry?
Oh my goodness.
I'd like
It's
to have $1 million
amazing.
piece. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely amazing, the skincare, because it's changing everybody. I mean, think about having, just for instance, with the skincare, most people, if you're a lady, you know that companies will create different types for oily skin, dry skin, combination skin, all these things. You have to have all these different regimens so that it fits in to your complexion, or maybe, the color, the pigment of your skin. LifeVantage knocks that out of the box because it's one regimen for all skin. I mean, it's just an impact. Yeah. It's the impact that we have to every single marketplace that we develop a product for. We will literally take over every single market. And that's not a question. It's not that we might, well, maybe we will. No, it's a fact. It's happening. It is.
Yeah.
And we want you to understand that having the posture to know that this company will penetrate the globe, to know that you can talk to people with integrity and respect, and understand that we have something that no one on earth has, and they can't copy it. That is who we are. We are changing the globe one day at a time, one person at a time, and we need everyone to find those ambassadors, find those people that want to help penetrate the world, and not just on a flash in the pan, oh, we're here for now and gone tomorrow. This will be the company that will change those generations. And we know that the term wealth is reality in this company. You can be rich with money, but wealth means you have time freedom and financial freedom. True peace of knowing that you can spend your life doing what you want to do with whom you want to do it. And you know that you're impacting others' lives because you're speaking truth to them. Your honesty is right there for them to see. You're not doing something underhanded, but in fact, you're helping the globe because you're paying it forward.
Awesome. So I threw another screen up there for you guys. This is the only company on planet Earth with third-party university studies proven to reduce oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. If you, just on that premise alone, you can build an empire.
Yes.
And we're here to prove it to you. So with that said, I don't want to take much more of your time. I want you to know something. I want to challenge each one of you. This cell phone each one of us has, this telephone has changed the way we do business in network marketing. So whenever somebody says, oh, I heard about network marketing 5 years ago, this has exploded, exponentially exploded our company because we can reach out and touch people across the pond like Clinton. He's going to build a massive team over there. He's going to build a massive team over there, you guys. So, oh, that's right. So I put this screen up. Thank you. So I put this screen up so I want you guys to understand the importance, the magnitude of what you have here is super critical. Let me come over here and let me stop my sharing of the screen. So I was holding up a cell phone, our cell phones, okay? I want each of you to pull out your cell phone today. It's Sunday, and everybody might say, well, it's a religious day. Listen, this is a gift. You're sharing the word with somebody because you don't know if they're like my wife and I. We were on our knees praying for somebody to rescue us. And I never knew it would come in the form of network marketing. I love this industry. I love the people like the Mattingleys, Justin and Lindsay.
You guys are incredible.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
I love it. You guys, this right here, I want to challenge you. Pull this out today and text 10 people. 10 people and say, what are you doing right now? ? And then I want you to text them. And if they say nothing, why? Great. Take a look at this video. You've got to give me your feedback and shoot them the ABC primetime. Just do that. Don't elaborate. Don't try to add anything to it. Just do that. And I want you to report back to Justin Mattingly and you tell him your results. It'll blow your mind. We have the marketing tool on the planet. And other companies would kill, literally, for that type of marketing exposure. And we have it, you guys. It's phenomenal. I can't wait to hear your story. Everybody that's on this call right now, you all have a story that's going to impact thousands.
Yes.
And I want to hear it. When you see me in Anaheim, please, let's meet up with Justin and Lindsay. Let's have dinner. I want to hear your story because I know I want to plug you into my team. I want to know your story, Clinton. I want to know what you're doing because you're relevant in this world. You can impact thousands of people with this and with your story. We can talk to people and you know what? Maybe save a life. And I've been involved with this long enough to know we've saved hundreds of families. Yeah. I'm involved with a thing called mission22.org that saves soldiers in America. There's actually depressed soldiers that are 22 a day are killing themselves. And I thought, how can I help? How can I, sitting back in Studio B in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, well, I can get the word out. That's how I can help. I can share my story. Uneducated man that's never had a chance in his life, got handed the football, passed the soccer ball. I got thrown the touchdown, and I'm running. And I want to help other people block and run. Okay, so with that said, if you guys want to open up for questions, you can, or I'm going to turn it back over to Justin, and I'm losing my voice again. Let me edify somebody right now. I'm going to tell you guys about Justin and Lindsay. These two have the tenacity of bulldogs. When they bite down on this, they're not letting go. That's you right. are on a team of leaders. Yes. You can plug in and know and put your people on the phone with people who know this business. So there's 4 points. No excuses, no suggestions, right? Have fun and don't quit. That's right. That's the key to this. No excuses. No, don't suggest how we should do this. These guys know what they're doing. That's right. And they're on the phone right now with us, and we're personal friends. I want to meet you out in Anaheim. If not, if you need me on the phones, I'm available for these Zoom calls. I would love to speak to your family and friends on your behalf. Absolutely, both of us. Yeah, JaRee is. Watch out for her. I love telling our story. We love to help people. There's a reason why every single one of those people that you have in your heart come to mind. They need to hear this. Yep. You never know what they're praying for. You never know what their needs are. Nobody knew that we had a very serious situation. Nobody was just, had the clue. And thank God our prayers were answered. So definitely make sure that you spend time with everyone, getting to know them and sharing this blessing with them. With that said, Justin, we're going to turn it back over to you. We're going to keep on listening to your call. And unless you guys have questions, I can definitely answer your questions. Yes. Hey, John, JaRee, you two are just fantastic, just very special people and to us and a lot of other people. And I know you've helped a lot of people. And the thing I've got a list of notes here.
And the thing I've got starred, underlined, circled, highlighted, and I actually heard it from Clinton too, so I've got no doubt he's going to be exceeding us. He's going to be, the people that you're rooting on, and just like yourselves, you guys are going to be top of this company. And you've got to have a passion to change your life. And there is no doubt that there's any ounce of your bodies that aren't full of passion. And I know that passion was restored because of LifeVantage. There was a time that you probably lacked a lot of that. And we have an opportunity to pay that forward to a lot of people, and you guys are doing it every day. I just thank you so much for sharing, the advice you did, but also your passion, your wisdom that you brought to the table. Just your experience here in life has been really helpful. So I just really appreciate you guys. I do want to open it up. I'm going to try unmuting everybody. So, hey, if you're, yelling at the TV or something, you might want to mute your phone. But I'm going to see if I can unmute everybody. And hey, everybody, does anybody have any questions or comments on the call today? Any questions for John and JaRee? Yeah, somebody's doing dishes. Maybe they're throwing dishes at somebody.
Yeah,
Hello?
Looks like maybe Davina's
Hello?
dishes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Davina
I love it.
Okay, are you there? I think I just muted Davina's line because it sounds like she's doing dishes. But did somebody else have a question?
Yeah, Davina does. Davina, take that.
Hi, John.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I've just been writing a few notes down. I just wanted to know what you said at the end. It was no excuses.
Oh, it's actually on the proven plan, the audio disc. It's no excuses, no suggestions, have fun, and don't quit.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, and those are the pillars that we want to talk about a lot because, no suggestion. I say no excuses because JaRee and I just made no excuses. We've sold jewelry to get to events. We've sold a car. I just talked the other night about, I pawned a pickup title. We actually latched onto it with a guy named Chance, dragged it over to a title place because the truck would run, but it had no transmission. Right? So we dragged it from this parking lot just before an event to Las Vegas because we didn't have any money. So we dragged it in the parking lot. I unhooked the thing, went inside and said, hey, I got my truck out in the parking lot. Will you loan me some money on it? And they said, oh, yeah, that's a nice truck. It's a 2006 Chevy. Yeah, sure. We'll give you a $2,500 loan on it, a title loan, So what's funny is we turned, and she walked out and inspected it and, and turned it on, and we ended up paying off the note, I'm just saying. But the point is we borrowed the money. No matter what it took, we got to the event. Or we have done so many things in our career with LifeVantage that people normally would not do. And I got to tell you, I think that's what separated us from a lot of people is we were willing to do that. So I didn't call my upline and say, hey, why don't we do it this way? Or my business partner saying, hey, guys, why don't you change the way you're doing your hotel? All that I did was plug into the system. So I didn't suggest anything. I just went with the system that we have, and I worked with the tools that we have.
Company today.
And then, so no excuses, no suggestion. Don't quit, right? Because you don't fail in network marketing if you don't do it one day. You don't fail in this thing if you don't do it for a week because you've been distracted with a death in your family. You only fail if you quit sharing that video. If you stop sharing the video and you stop setting the example for your team, then you've quit. And I got to tell you, those principles have been ingrained in us. And then now it's don't forget to have fun. Because who wants to be, nobody's attracted to this if it's another job, right? If you're so intense, I made a mistake, you guys, because I'm a workaholic. And I'm so intense about talking about stuff, people are repelled by it. They're repelled by, not repelled, but they're repelled by it. So I want to suggest to you guys, have fun. Be attractive. Always, when you're on a call like this, give it your all. even if you're having a down day, even if there's been a terrorist attack in your country, be positive. Have an outlook of the future. Always look for your why. And I tell you, you guys will have success here. You gals will have success here because LifeVantage, you're my brother and you're my sister. I just want you to know that.
That's right.
And
every single one of us are on the same team together.
Absolutely.
And that's why we reach out and help everybody.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Because the bigger picture, even though we're Pro Sevens, we get a benefit in the future by us being Pro Sevens. So know that. I'm going to protect this till my dying day. I love this company. I love you guys. We love you. And that's, I think, what's going to build this thing to the biggest company because we truly do love each and every one of you on this call. And even more so beyond that. So great question.
Thank you.
Yeah. I just kind of took over. Huh?
Great question. Great response. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was good.
Does anybody else have was that you, Clint? You want to have a question?
Oh, no, I'm okay, thanks.
All right. Well, guys, if there's no one else, we're gonna sign off. We appreciate you all taking an hour out of the middle of your day here on a beautiful Sunday. Hope you all have a fantastic rest of the day and also a great start of the week. You know, we call this the Team Unite Ignite call to help ignite your week into activity and fulfilling your genetic potential. Okay, so go take that passion that was shared today and change your life. All right. John, as you sign off, own your life, buddy.
Own your life. That's right.
Thank you for the honor and privilege to be on you guys' call. I love you guys.
Thank you both. Thank you. Tell your
Thank
makeup people they did great.
Yeah.